Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Destinies, and I have a very important question to ask you guys. Do you think Morgan Jones will be a playable character in this game? So, the tricky thing with Morgan is that he was only in 2 episodes for the first 4 seasons. He was in the first episode, Days Gone By, and then obviously in the third season with the episode Clear, which was an amazing episode. So the thing is, with his short appearance, what would they add to this game? Because this game is kind of like telling a story, and quick little side missions like that, they could do it somehow. It's just like, I don't think Morgan would really be a part of the main story, but I do have some other options for him. So, first off, do I think he's going to be a playable character? No, I do not, because Morgan, he doesn't get enough screen time in the first 4 seasons unless, I don't know why this game would kind of try to change Morgan's character. Like, if there was an option, hey, Morgan, Dwayne, come with me, right? That's what Rick would say. No, because that would change the whole character for Morgan. That's a necessary thing that needs to happen for Morgan to be Morgan. So I don't think Morgan would be able to go with Rick. I think that's an irreversible thing to happen in the story. So yeah, that won't be a change. Um, and then another thing would be that he could be a tutorial. Like, Rick goes and sees Morgan, and as Morgan's explaining what's going on, which would be the tutorial for the game because he's explaining the world and what was going on, you could have Morgan, Dwayne, and Rick go out and, defeat some walkers, and that could be the combat tutorial for the game. That would be a very cool idea to have Morgan, have that mentoring role for Rick. And then also for the episode Clear, I think they have to, reference it somehow. They can't completely skip it, even though if they did skip it, I don't think a lot of people would complain too much, just because that was something random that happened in the season. Like Rick, Carl, Michonne, they go back to Atlanta and they see Morgan. That's why it was such a great episode, because it happened out of nowhere, and then we seen Morgan just become this broken character, and his performance was beautiful. Yeah, so if they did do the episode Clear, it could be a very cool like side mission, or something like that. There could be some side missions in this story, like the Vatos and stuff like that. So that would be a very cool idea for the Clear episode. As for everything else, I don't think Morgan's going to be playable. I do want Morgan to be in this game. Like, I want him to just be shown at least, because Morgan is a very good and interesting character. We all love him, especially from Fear the Walking Dead. And that brings me into my next topic, which would be, if, they did do later seasons and Morgan was in it and everything, they could possibly make Fear the Walking Dead Destinies game. And for me, I want that because I feel like our boy Travis and our boy Nick, they wasted their potential in the show by killing them off. Like, Nick should have been the main character. He was the Rick of that timeline. So of that story. So because they are the same timeline basically, because they show at I think it's season 4, they show Morgan like after season 8 of The Walking Dead, and he's talking with Carol, he's talking with Jesus, he's talking with Rick, and they kind of explain like how Morgan becomes how he goes to fear the Walking Dead. So that they are connected in that verse. I'm just saying, like, I'd love to play with, like, I'd love to be Nick and, see what would happen if Nick stayed in the story, because Nick is probably one of my top 5 characters in the Walking Dead period, probably behind Carl. But, yeah, that's just a theory there. I'm getting ahead of myself now because we really don't know how well this game is going to be, when it comes out. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think about Morgan being in the Walking Dead Destinies? Like, how do you think they're gonna actually implement him to the game? Yeah. So as always, guys, it's been SJ Benj. Peace.